right. Welcome to this week's episode of Old Gold, and thanks for joining. If you watched our episode last week, we had the privilege of speaking with Svein Harold, who is the chairman of Gold Road, which is a fantastic gold mine in Arizona that we did some rounds of funding for and has just gone public. So if you haven't seen that episode, I highly recommend you go and watch it. On the back of that interview and the excitement and the momentum surrounding the Gold Road IPO on July 1st, a couple of my colleagues, Jamila and Jennifer, have gone over to the Gold Road site to talk to Jim, who's the manager there for Gold Road at the mine. Now, if you haven't been following our channel for a while, you might not know Jim, but if you have, you'll remember Jim from a previous episode that we did on Gold Road. But today, the Chancery team is at Gold Road in Oatman, Arizona. Gold Road has some of the most remarkable, or has had one of the most remarkable turnaround stories in the junior mining sector. In less than a year, the team has restarted production, exceeded expectations, and successfully listed on the Oslo Borsa Exchange, which is highly impressive. Today, we're sitting down with Jim to talk about how they did it and where they go from here. So good to see you again, Jim.
Yeah, nice to be here.
Exciting times. So, you know, in the episode we did before, you did go through a little bit of the history of Gold Road, but for those that maybe didn't see that episode or don't remember, Gold Road has been around for a very long time, but before 2025, the mine hadn't really produced since the 40s. Could you give the investors just a short version of the story there at Gold Road?
Yeah, here at Gold Road, I mean, it operated for about 5 years in the 90s, and then from 2010 to about 2016, and then a short stint, in 1920, and so we'd been down for about 5 years. But then with the price of gold coming up like it came up over the past year and a half, we came up with a plan to run the Tom Reed tailings, and so that gave the mill full production of 500 to 600 tons per day. And then meanwhile, we got the underground operations running the first of the year, and we're just actively trying to get more and more stopes online underground at this point.
So what was the biggest obstacle, you'd say, in getting to where you are today here?
Well, some of the biggest obstacles, of course, is training new employees. You know, when you have a brand new mine, and I was able to recruit some of the workforce from before, but the majority now is all new, and trying to find experienced people that know what they're doing. That's been the biggest challenge.
Yeah,
is people.
Yeah, I can imagine. Jim, there's a lot of things that you've accomplished in a very short amount of time to be able to get to where you are right now and to be able to bring Gold Road to where it is now. What do you think is the most significant accomplishment that you're most proud of out of all those things that have happened?
Well, I would say building the team that we have here. I mean, between Alex and Raj, and now we have Justin and Joe, and just everyone, all the way down to the filter press on. It's the people here, and just building a good solid team to where everyone. Yeah, Will Wenzel, he's over the lab and the process now. He's doing just an excellent job. Kelly Hardley, he has 40-50 years, I think, of experience under maintenance, and so just good quality people all the way around is what makes things successful. So that's the biggest accomplishment, I think, is putting together a good team. Now we have to do all the fill-in spots, and some people have worked out great, some not so great, but for the most part, we really try to build a good team.
So with the public listing, how do you foresee that changing things here?
Well, just mainly on the reporting side of thing. I mean, Nils and Spine have just done an awesome job getting everything gone through. I mean, it was a lot of pressure on all of us to get all the numbers together and all the boatloads of stuff to do. But it's gone well. They got it done, and as far as day-to-day things, though, we're striving for safety and production and getting the ore out, and that's Swine and Nils both have been great. They let us concentrate on running the mine, and they've done a lot of that stuff that we didn't have to.
The fun compliance work, the fun financials.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the recent IPO on July 1st, it's a pretty exciting thing to be able to not only just to get there at all, but to get there in the timeline that you've done. So, job well done. Now, that IPO provides a lot of additional capital for growth. How do you think that those funds will be deployed, and what does that mean for the growth of production there at Gold Road?
Well, we do have a few things like getting into the Red Top. That's a new mining area that the old timers left. That's where they were going to go back to.
Yeah.
So that was one of the major things. But we'd like to go ahead and purchase some new or brand new, or at least newer loaders, trucks, to where we have reliable equipment, and then that's the start of it anyway. And then there was a few other ideas. Some of it will probably be into the Gap area, United Eastern, Western, True Vein.
Okay.
And so we have such a large block of land here that we have exploration potentials everywhere, so literally.
And listening to the last Old Gold, I was listening and I was hearing about True Vein and hearing about what a giant that is. And so, if you could shed some light on that project.
Well, that's we do have an engineer kind of working to give us some ideas on what it'll take to put a shaft in and do different things down there. But the True Vein has not been mined since probably 1930.
Yeah.
Somewhere, maybe 35, but somewhere in that area. And so at that time, they were mainly mining, anywhere from 3/4 of an ounce to 1 ounce per ton. And so there's a lot of probably 0.2 to 0.3 ounce per ton ore that they've left there, and possibly even some high grade still. But
Okay.
We have done quite a bit of drilling over the years. I believe since 2006 or 7 they did drilling, and again in 16, 17 they did some drilling down there. And then Aura, when they were here, they had 2 rigs running down there. So there's quite extensive amount of core drilling, and there has been some really good hits in that area. So
yeah, it's probably going to take some time to really excavate that. Really.
Well, yeah, the major thing is getting the permitting to get a shaft in. Very little permitting required until we, at least we can get in there and get ore without setting up full-scale mining operation. But then in time, it's going to require more and more permits. So we're starting on all that now.
Great. So getting ahead of the curve then.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Now you've mentioned obviously grade, and we've talked a little bit about the efficiency getting new equipment and stuff. But beyond just producing more ounces, why do you think it's important to improve grade and mining efficiency?
You have to have your areas where you're going to be mining, so that you know how many ounces you're going to be pulling out. So we always have to have our work ahead of us, so that we know what we're getting into, and keep a consistent blend coming to the mill. So it's just really important to get as many stopes as we can online, and get a good 1 year, 2 year, and 5 year plan ahead of us. So that's kind of what we're working on.
So the priorities is mapping out what you need to do with each region then, and
with each spot, and so that some places are going to work great and some may not be so great. So we always have to have a backup plan and where to go.
Going back to my first visit when I came out here, and just just hearing Raj talk about all the history, and just
Yeah.
just seeing how many abandoned shafts there are, how much resource is available still in Arizona and Utah. It's incredible. Yeah, the Old West
Yeah.
is still here.
Yeah, well, people who know gold, they definitely know the Oatman District, right? So it's quite famous out there. Switching gears a little bit, as my hat mentions, we are kind of tied into Chancery royalty here, quite tightly. So Chancery obviously became involved early in Gold Road's journey. So Jim, from your perspective, how has that partnership helped the company and helped you kind of progress to being able to list within a year?
Yeah, I think, Jeremy is just awesome, and he was instrumental in getting the quality people. I mean, the spines involved,
Yeah.
and getting everybody. So yeah, I mean, most definitely. And Charles and yeah, the whole Chancery group were just really awesome to work with. They supported us. They got us everything we needed to get the thing off the ground and going. So we told them that we could do it, and we did. We got everything up and running, and we just had phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and we're doing the same thing now. We're just building on that and continuing to set targets and achieve them. So
Definitely no shortage of passion on the team. Like, yeah, everyone works really hard, but we love to see these, get developed. And,
yeah.
our first listing, it's an exciting time. And I know a lot of our investors are excited to see that too.
Yeah. And that was one of the things that we talked about quite a bit. Was we want people that work here that want to make it successful, and that's who we look for to work for us. So yeah, we want everyone here to want to make this successful, and so that's real key to have the passionate people that aren't gonna just not care about their job.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, I suppose that's been kind of that's one of the hard parts about building a team. Is it's hard to gauge someone's passion in the beginning. You kind of have to get them on board and see how it unfolds. But you've been very fortunate, as you mentioned before. We talked about that in the first episode when you were on as well, about building the team and how you've been quite lucky. And so that's been a very fortunate thing. Although I don't know if luck has to do with it as much as sort of you're the one that's in charge, Jim, and so people probably feed off of your energy a lot. You're very positive.
Well, they're all great guys, but one person can't do everything.
This is true.
Yeah,
this is true. Well, you've built an amazing team to be able to do what you've done in the timeline that you've done it. Again, very fortunate that Svein Harold and Nils came in and decided to help you out and sort of take a management role in that project, investment role, and then having you on the ground and your team there. It all just kind of came together. All the pieces of the puzzle were there, which we didn't know in the beginning, but we're quite certain of now that we've listed and we've gotten this far. So really good job. Really good job, Jim.
Yeah. We just look forward to continuing the growth, and let's get the gap going. Let's get the red top. I think it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's what I keep telling Spine. We got to get to the red top, and it's going to be good. So.
Sounds like a movie when you say it. We have to get to the red top.
Yeah, we found some good information on it, but there's very little information. So, that's our plans going forward. So
and I think it's because there's so much exploration that still needs to be done. It's hard to say for certain how many resources are available in those areas, but I know that's going to come out in due time.
Yeah, we'll be doing another one of these later on in the year. That's really good.
Good.
Awesome. And I always like having you on, Jim. You're a great guest.
Appreciate it.
Looking back, it's been a great partnership. From our perspective, from Chancery's perspective, we love that we partnered with Gold Road. It's just such an amazing project, and it's come together in such a short time and to list. And so it's a real success story, and it's a really great story to have under our belt. Looking back on your side, do you feel that Chancery was the right sort of strategic partner?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, everything, we didn't have any issues at all with, once it was taken over, and from the very start, God, Chancery supported us great and everything, and then Swine took over from there, and yeah, it's been a great working relationship. Everything's been perfect.
At that time when we made that partnership, you must have had other people knocking on your door. Was that the case?
Remember back there, there's been several different groups, actually, yes. So
Why did you
yeah,
why did you choose Chancery? This is actually just my own curiosity. It's not really a question that Jamila and I had planned out. It's just I'm
Really?
curious.
honestly, I don't know that. Like I wasn't the main person that got to choose Chancery, but I think Jeremy was instrumental in. He did all the hard legwork at the beginning and got the deal
Yeah,
done. That's what it came down to.
yeah, he's good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
then, sorry, but
okay.
I think when he brought the group, Spine and all the original 6 or 8 guys out here, and
Yeah,
Swine, I think we just all clicked really well, and everything just took off from there. I think
Yeah,
it was a really good fit. So
it's
yeah,
one of
yeah.
those things you can't have a metric for. It's who you want to
yeah,
work with every day and talk
yeah,
to every day.
Well, I don't want to keep you guys too long. I know that you guys have a lot to kind of do today because Jamila and Jennifer are out there visiting, and they're putting some things together for Nils. And this was just kind of a last minute addition, but I really appreciate you guys being able to do this for an Old Gold episode. But uh, sort of bringing it to a close, mining obviously comes with a lot of challenges. Jim, what gives you the confidence that Gold Road is positioned for long-term success? I think a lot of investors probably have that same question in mind.
well, that's kind of where we started, even with this project, is to get the Tom Reed tailings, and I mean they're already bought and paid for. So we have full tonnage coming to the mill every day. So we don't have a shortage of ore. Is all we have to do now is increase our underground ore to replace those tailings. But with the price of gold up, and the tailings make money, now they won't pay for all underground costs, so as long as we keep our underground costs under control and make them pay for themselves, yeah, we've got a long-term project here. So
Yeah, and yeah, that's one of the things Chancery really looks for in our partners is like long life of mine.
yeah,
And so, yeah, and there's like you said, again, all the true vein to be explored, everything.
yeah,
There's definitely a long life amount of
and
mine
that
ahead
that
here.
gives us
Yeah,
5 to 7 years to get all these other things developed. Just running tailings, and
yeah,
then as much mine ore as we can get out.
yeah,
So it's a really, really well put together.
Great. Well, the price of gold in 5 years, I can't even imagine where it'll be. But
Yeah,
even just a year from now, I think we're all going to be in a very good position. Um,
yeah, great.
so, what do you think, for the last question, Jim? What do you think excites you most about the future of Gold Road?
I think getting up into this, getting east and up into the red top, and actually developing the 100, the 3, and the 500 going east. I believe it's very exciting. I think we're gonna have some good good ground ahead of us
yeah.
here. So
All right. Jim, I know you guys are busy today. I don't want to keep you for too long, but I really appreciate your time, both Jim and Jamila, today. Um, It's been great having you on, and just kind of following up on the interview that we had with Svain last week. It's just I wanted to, because I knew Jamila was coming over there, so I really wanted to just kind of have a chat with you.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
thanks for that, and I guess for now that's all. I do want to encourage everybody to watch Gold Road on the Oslo Borsla Exchange. I believe the ticker is Gold R. Is that correct, Jim?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. Okay. And for anybody who's interested in investing, you can still get Chancery pre-IPO, and basically we are tied in with Gold Road because we get all of the secondary silver that comes off as they mine the gold. So that is part of our royalty there at Chancery Royalty. So you can click on the link down below for Chancery. Keep an eye out on Gold R on the Oslo Exchange over the next year or so. It is really going to explode in price. At least that's my feeling as the gold price runs up. Jamila and I will be on the trip to Brazil. If anybody's interested in getting last minute tickets to the Pilar mine, that round will be open probably not very much longer, but the link will also be down there. So you can join us in Brazil, and we'll probably have an episode of Old Gold from there as well. So that is all for this week. Thank you, Jim and Jamila. Really appreciate your time. And until next week, this is Old Gold signing off. Everybody have a great week. Bye-bye.
You too.
Bye.
Thanks.